Next set is again, this is not a very difficult set. This is an easy set if you understand the crux of what is happening here. So you have average. It's a set based on averages. I would rate this as less than moderate. So in fact, the first set is easier than this, but this is easier than the second set. That's how I would rate it. So it is one of the two easier sets that I would say. So let's say, take a look at what is happening. You get a rating from 1 to 5. The students can give a rating of 1 to 5. And the system keeps calculating the rating as and when somebody gives the rating. Now, if it is crossing or touching a point, so if you are touching 0 point something 5, this gets pulled into, so this will be rounded off on the higher side. So if it is 0.65, this will become 0.7. Final rating is always a single decimal. Final rating is always a single decimal. So if I have a 4.68, this gets 4.7. If I have a 4.64, this will become a 4.6. That's basically is what mentioned to us. Let's go ahead and take a look at the questions. After 40 minutes, so in fact, let me take the question by question over here. Okay. After 40 minutes of a VA class, 16 students have given a final rating of 4.7. At the end of the class, a total of 22 students had given the ratings. What can be the minimal final rating of the teacher? Now, if you want the final rating to be minimal, which is an average, the total should be as less as possible. So 4.7, then you can say I'm getting 4.7 as 4.65. When it is rounded off, it is getting 4.7. Because I want the total to be minimal, I'll take the average, that 4.7 also, to be as less as possible. So it can be 4.65. It cannot be less than that, because had it been 4.64, this will get rounded off to 4.6. So my 4.7 actually could be 4.65. And 16 students gave this rating. So the total is into 16 plus the remaining 6 students, minimum most rating they can give. So they can give 1 rating each. Divide by the total of 22. So this is your answer. How much is this? So 4.65 into 16. You can very, very quickly use the calculator, get an answer. 4.65 into 16. I'm using the calculator actually. So that is 74.4. plus 6, which is 80.4 divided by 22. So 80.4 divided by 22, so that will be a 3.65, which will be rounded off to 3.7. So the correct answer is option C. So you will be getting a 3.7 rating. Okay, so that's your answer to this particular question. Again, as you notice, this is not a very difficult set at all. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What is the maximum final rating a teacher can expect in a class of 105, where the final rating of the first 75 students is 4.2? Now, 75 students, I want the total to be as high as possible. So I will take 4.24, because 4.24 will get rounded off to 4.2. Since I want to increase my total, I will take the highest possible. And the remaining, so there are 75 students who rated, the remaining are 30 students. These 30 students, if they give full 5 rating, my maximum rating will now be divided by 105. So what is the value? 75 into 4.25. So again, use a calculator quickly. 75 into 4.24 is 318 plus, so 318 plus 150 by 105. So this will be 468 by 105. So this will be 105. So this will be 4.457 and something. So 4.457, this will become 4.5. So 4.5 is option B. So you can see that option B is a possibility, which is the highest possible that a person can get. You can't get more than that. Okay. So moving on, the third question in this set. So this is a set of 6 questions. All questions are like this. Ideally, these are the 3 sets that a student should have done. First, second, and third set. We'll see how the fourth set is too. But let's take a look at it. Mr. Salman knows that 2 students always give him a rating of 1. What maximum rating can he expect out of 15 students where these 2 students are present? So I will take 13 students giving him 5 and 2 students giving him 1 divided by 15. That's my answer. So this will be a total of 65 plus 2, 67 divided by 15. 67 by 15, 5 goes, 3 goes 5 times. 3 2s are 6, 3 2s are 6.3. 0.33. So 5 goes, 5 fours are 20. 5 fours are 20. 30, 33, 4 eights are 32. So I can make this as 4.5, which is an option B again. So this will become 4.5. This will get rounded off to 4.5. So 4.5 is your answer, which is once again an option B. Right, moving on. Right, so question number 12 actually is a bit tricky. So let's go ahead and take a look at this 12th question. So we are basically saying that in a class, in a class there are 100 students. I've given a rating of 4.5 in the first 45 minutes. How many maximum students were there in the class if the final rating remains unchanged? So what I can say is, if I want the students to be maximized, I will keep as less total as possible here, because see, if I increase the number of students, if I increase it, and the remaining students gave a rating of 5. So if there is a total here, so total of these 100 students plus total of remaining, right? This by 100, so total of x, let's say there are x people who are remaining, so 100 plus x. So this total plus this total by 100 plus x should be less than 4.5. It did not change, which means less than 4.55. It can go up to 4.54 or 4.55 it cannot touch, because if it is at if it touches 4.45, it will become 4.6. So the rating cannot become 4.6. It will have to remain at 4.5. Now the logic here is, as long as, so total 100 plus total x should be less than 455 plus 4.55x. Now, how high can I take this as x? If I want to take this total to be highest, because if x is more, remember, all of these are giving 5 each. All of these are giving 5 each. So I have no control on what they can give. So because it is mentioned that all the remaining are giving a total of 5. But I want to maximize the x. So if I'm maximizing the x, automatically the total is going up. But here this is the limit for me. So if the total is going up, the only way in which I can allow the total to go up is when the total given by the initial 100 is less. Because in the left hand side, I cannot control the rating for the x of them. So if I increase the x into 5 is what is going to happen. But the only thing that I can control is reduce the initial 100's total. So how low can the initial 100's total be? What is the minimum the rating I can get and still reach 4.5? So the minimum rating I can get is 4.45, so that when I round it off, it becomes 4.5. So this total will be 4.45 into 100. So that when I round off 4.45, it becomes a total of 4.5. So basically I will get 445 plus the remaining of them are x into 5 will be less than or equal to 455 plus 4.55x. So you rearrange the terms, this comes here, this becomes 0.45x less than or equal to 10, or x less than or equal to 22.22. So x cannot cross 22.22, which means, and these are number of people, you can't have a fraction. Therefore, the highest possible x is 22. So there are already 100 students, 22 more can join in. So how many maximum students were there in the class? The maximum can be 122. It's a very, very nicely framed question. Let's move on. Right, so question number 13, again, a very simple concept. If you understood it till now, you should have got this by now. So they are saying that one student always gives 2 rating. And let's say the remaining people are x, they would have all given a rating of 5. Okay, because I want to have minimum number of students x. Now, this should be greater than or equal to the average rating. So this is average will be x plus 1. This should be greater than or equal to 4.95, because the rating of 5 will happen when you cross 4.95. So if it is 4.95, it will be rounded off to the next number, which is 5. Therefore, I'll get 2 plus 5x greater than or equal to 4.95x plus 4.95. If you rearrange this, this will become 0.05x greater than or equal to 2.95. So x greater than or equal to 295 by 5. 5 5s are 25. 4 5 5 9s are 45. So x should be greater than or equal to 59. Then what? So remember, x is greater than or equal to 59, but there's already one more student who's not counted in this x. That is this guy. So that plus 1 makes it 59 plus 1, a total of 60. So they can be a minimum of 60 students for this event to have happened, what they have mentioned. Moving on. Next question, what is the difference between the maximum and minimum final ratings of a teacher in a class having 13 students where exactly 4 students gave a rating of 5? So if there is 4 students have given a rating of 5, so let's see what basically happens. So exactly 4, that's very important. Exactly 4 students gave a rating of 5. So, all right, so total is 13. So 4 students into rating 5 plus remaining 9 students. If I want the highest possible rating, now they cannot give 5 anymore. So what can these 9 people give maximum? They can give only up to 4. So the average is by 13. Now, if I'm looking at the minimum rating, then 4 into 5 plus, now the remaining 9 should give minimum most rating. So that is 9 into 1 by 13. So this is 20 plus 36. So that is 56 by 13. And this is 20 plus 9, 29 by 13. So the difference between these two, because one is the highest possible rating, one is the least possible rating. So the difference is 7, 2, 3, 4, 27 by 13. So 27 by 13 is 13 2s are 26, 1 0. So 2.0 something. So it would be, okay, 2.0 something. So if it is, so 27 and 13 very quickly, 13 2s are 26, 1 0 point. You put one more 0, it is greater than 5. So it is, 2 point, how much is that? I think I made a calculation error. No, it is 2.0, 13 6s are 7s are, yes, 7 3s are 21, 2 7 91. Okay, so 2.07. So 2.07 will be rounded off to, 2.07 will be rounded off to 2.1. So this is 56 by 13. So let me take the totals here. Did I do this calculation correctly? So 56 by 13. So let's quickly do 56 divided by 13. 56 by 13 is 4.30, and 29 by 13, 29 divided by 13 is 2.23. Okay, so this is not 2.07, that's my error. 2.23 is here, so 2.23. So this rating is 4.3, this rating is 2.2. So the difference between these two is 2.1, which is your answer option A. Moving on. So the whole idea here is this is maximum and this is minimum. So you have to just do the calculation correctly and get your answer. That's it, nothing else. So this, despite my long division method, I made an error. Yes, things like that do happen once in a while. Take it in your stride and then move on. Right.